everyone, I'm Sonya Genel, and welcome to Asana Clinic for Headstand. So let's talk about a couple of the key actions that are really important for a safe and sturdy headstand. The main thing we want to work is, of course, the foundation, because in headstand, your neck is involved. And whenever you're working with the cervical spine, you really just don't want to mess around. Therefore, the clear action in your arms and in your shoulders has to be really on point in order to support that lift of the trunk of your whole body going up into the sky. So while we're simply seated here kneeling, let's begin with a upside down headstand. Interlace your fingers and just clasp your palms behind your head and point your elbows forward. So we'll just pretend we're in a headstand for a moment. Widen your elbows apart and just notice that this is the tendency, right? The elbows will want to swing wide open, and usually the inner shoulders will want to lift and shrug forward up towards the ears. And here, the head of the arm bone is out. It is not home in its shoulder socket whatsoever. So A, point your elbows forward, and B, literally plug the upper arm bone back into the socket. So you feel your armpit deepen, and then the shoulder blade nestles home onto the back of the rib cage. As you do this, point your elbows forward, also work the hands. So now bring your hands forward and just take a look at them in front of you. So bring your hands in front and keep them clasped like this. When you put your hands behind your head, the tendency will be for the hands to roll out like this. So bring your thumbs together and press the thumb in towards yourself and press the pinky finger down towards the earth, as opposed to letting the hands roll out. So this would be what to avoid. This would be what you want to anchor into. So let's try again, hands behind the head. Point your elbows forward. Anchor the arm bones back and shoulders down. And now press your thumbs into your head. Press the thumb edge of your hand and wrist into your head and extend energetically up through the pinky and outer wrist and elbow edge of your forearms. And just feel that extension then that occurs in the neck as the shoulders root down and the forearms lift up. So now let's take it into an actual headstand. A couple different options going on. So come onto hands and knees. Interlace your fingers just as we've been talking about. Tuck your chin. Put the top of where your hairline and forehead meet on the earth. Wrap your elbows around your head, and then lift up like you would for downward dog. Press your pinky edge down. Press your thumb edge into your head. Squeeze your elbows in, and pressing down, lift your shoulders up. All those same actions. Now you can just hang out here in headstand prep, working on getting your hips up over your head, extending the spine. Or go ahead and lift one leg, and then see if the other foot will float up. And maybe it will float up to meet your other foot. Squeeze your elbows in, lift your shoulders up, lengthen the inseam of your legs into the sky, and roll the inner thighs slightly back. You can come down either by bringing the knees to the chest, or try floating your straight legs in control in slow motion down to the earth, and toes touch down. Back it up, bring your knees down, point your toes. Rest in a child's pose, keeping your head and heart low to the ground for 3 breaths. And then place your hands underneath your shoulders and lift up tall to seated. Once you have the alignment and the foundation that will help you get the extension, you can start doing this headstand practice every day. At first, you can do it near a wall if you're worried about flipping over, and over time, you can go away from the wall. And as it gets steady, hold it for longer and longer increments. So you start with 1 minute, 2-minute holds, working your way up to 5, 10, 20 minutes in headstand. Just always remember to rest in child's pose and neutralize the neck and breathe into the back of the heart afterwards. Thank you so much for joining me today. See you next time. Namaste.